Hello there guys, Bilbo10000 here, bringing you a quick pre-video message. And if you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. And make sure to check out the Game Show Central Discord channel, a Minecraft Community Game Show Discord channel down below, as well as my personal Discord, The Edge of Glory, where you can hang out with me and we can chat. And if you want to support the channel even further, please consider checking out my Patreon, as I make my income off of YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon, and it would seriously help to ensure I can create videos in the future. Enjoy the video! Alright, hello there everyone. Welcome back to Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. This is Chapter 4's class trial time. We need to find out who killed Mew. Who was it? And everyone, I think last time we had that giant session where we tried to figure out who it was, and I feel like the general consensus was that Gonta and Kokichi had something to do with it, and that they could have done it. I'm leaning towards Gonta, because of the tradition that the big guy always dies in Chapter 4. So, let's see! To the Shrine of Judgment we go. It looks like that's everyone. Oh, this everyone, huh? There are a lot less of us now.
It's plain to see.
This is just half of what we started with.
Unfortunately.
Because we've allowed this game to continue. We must stop it somehow.
Right?
We can't stop now. We can't let the fun end. Let me just quickly before we continue. For anyone watching on YouTube, I apologize. For anyone watching on Twitch, my frames are dropping right now. I need to just quickly close a few things so that my frames don't die on me, because that would be very depressing. Let me just close that. And continue.
Don't.
Cut it out. I'm certain this trial will be the last one. Also, congrats on the job, Stick. Let's focus on surviving this class trial first.
I guess.
You're right. If we mess up here, our numbers will go down even quicker. It'd just be the culprit left.
But
That might be okay. Maybe that's just another way to stop the killing game. If we all die, then the killing would end.
What?
Don't say stupid crap like that. It's pointless if we all die.
okay.
Well, we don't have to worry. We've got the ultimate detective on our side. They're all being very reliant on me.
You're right.
Yeah, it's time for the detective to shine. Shuichi, please keep up the good work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do my best. Yes, I have to keep it together. This is the only time my talent can shine. Alright, let me quickly move this a little bit. It's a bit too high up. There we go. I'm not just saving my life, everyone's life is on the line. If I can't find the truth here, everyone will be sacrificed. And I will never let that happen.
Come on, man.
Hey, Shuichi, you're getting all tense.
Huh?
Oh, what?
I mean,
Didn't I tell you before? Shuichi, don't carry the burden all...
You get it?
And didn't I tell you before not to get in the way, Kaito?
huh?
Huh? What's your problem?
You really don't.
We're all relying on Shuichi to carry our asses through this class trial, okay? You're like a parrot repeating the same lines over and over. You're bothering him.
Well, you know.
I think that's the most annoying thing that you can do to Shuichi. You know that?
Huh?
What do you mean? I'm not...
Shut up.
Kokichi, you're annoying.
Please don't.
Whoa, killer girl's glaring at me. I was only kidding around. Bullshit. Maki's glare seemed to do the trick as Kokichi turned around dejected. Oh, I know what's probably sucking up my internet. It's probably my phone. Let me turn off my phone's Wi-Fi. Doing that right now. Just quickly switch that off. Don't need that on right now. That might help. That might make things a little bit easier. Because I know there's been a few dips in the bit rate, so I just want to try and see if I can fix that. Only the stream will see that. The YouTube VOD, it's going to be fine. But finally, that pest is gone. Thanks, Maki Roll. Just suck it up, Kaito. Now's not the time to be bickering with each other.
Got it.
My bad. Sorry. Kaito, I'm okay.
Well,
I know you, what you want to say, Kaito. You don't have to worry.
I believe in you.
I see. In that case, I'll believe in you, and I won't say anything else.
Shuichi!
But if you have any problems, let me know. I'll help you. I'm here for you, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kaito. Best friend material right there. Let's get the quick flavor text of everyone before we start.
Going to do his best.
Going to not really understand what happened, but going to try real hard to be useful this time. Kaito?
I believe in you.
Oh, Lyoko, Maki Roll, it's... Oh. Maki Roll is a nickname because Maki Roll is a name of a sushi. So it's sort of a reference. I think in the Japanese version it was Harumaki, and it was like a mix of Harukawa and Maki, which I think would have made more sense. The Maki Roll thing I think is like they're just trying to be somewhat American about it. It's a bit weird. But it is a sushi reference. I'll believe in you and won't say anything else.
Shuichi!
But if you have any problems, let me know. I'll help you. I'm here for you, bro. What about you, Tsumugi?
Hey!
This time will really be the end. If not...
Maki?
You...
You didn't forget, right? Remember who you are. Make sure you never forget that. Himiko?
Hey, Shuichi.
We'll be depending on you this time too, Mr. Ultimate Detective.
Kibo? Mew certainly wasn't perfect, but that doesn't mean she deserved to be killed. No one deserves what happened to her. Not a single person. Seriously, by the way, I am so sorry, stream, for the bitrate. It's been really weird right now. I don't know why.
So mean.
You must have it rough, Shuichi. That obnoxious guy is always bothering you.
Shuichi!
If you ever need my help, call me. I'll shut him up so he never gets in your way.
God damn. Savage. Hey, Steven. Let's go. Alright, so it is time for us to face the 4th class trial. We all came up with our theories last time. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Let's do it.
Alright, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this. The 8 of us got into the elevator. Ba-bam. The door shut behind us. Ba-da-ba-bam. And down we go. And like all those times before, we descended. It's so crazy how there's so less people. Just... Oh, wrong button. I wanted to press Q, not F1. But damn it. Look at that. So many less people. It's insane. The only sound I could hear was the beating of my heart in my ears. My body was trembling. The more I tried to control it, the worse it got. There's no way to get used to it, really. The fear of death. We're all fighting it, trying to be courageous. We all felt as though we were going to our own execution. No, not an execution. A test of our will to survive. Finally, the elevator stopped and the doors opened. And though I couldn't explain it, my body stopped trembling.
Welcome! Go ahead and stand behind any open podium. Move your asses. I don't want to see what I'll do to you if I keep father waiting.
Huh?
Wait, is he back to normal?
Why?
Huh? You not friend anymore?
You jerks must feel pretty slick, using Monotara's forgetfulness to befriend him.
Well, he just decided on his own that we were friends.
Bastard!
But I won't let you guys trick Monotaro anymore, because he's already forgotten. He may have forgotten that he was on Daddy's side, but now he's forgotten that he had forgotten that he was on Daddy's side. Thanks to me, because I smacked the stuffing out of him. Yeah, how confusing. Well, whatever.
Really?
I can't remember, but one of you guys is the culprit, right? I can't be in the same room as a killer, it's dangerous. I'm gonna go lock myself in my room, maybe even set up a barricade. That's another death... that's another death flag.
Anyway,
Let's get it started. The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off. I swear, they call the blackened and the spotless, but no one ever actually uses that terminology in the class trials. It's just kind of there. We went to our podiums as always. We knew what we had to do. There was no protest left in us. Let's take a look at the things. It's already the 4th time. The 4th class trial was about to begin. Miu Aruma, the ultimate inventor. She may have given us a lot of trouble, but we all miss her. It's a tragedy after all. She helped me and Kaide with those cameras, gave Kibo extra functions. In the end, she had done a lot for us. And the culprit that killed her is one of us. God damn, I fucking called that. Jesus. I need to discover who that is. Whoa, bitrate, please. Raise. I have a feeling it's going to Rokokichi. It's going to Rokokichi. In order to survive, I have to find the culprit. Bitrate, please. Fix yourself. And I will fight for it. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial. I'm actually going to quickly check my settings while we wait. I'm just going to quickly check something. Yeah, let me change this. Apply. See if that does anything. Alright, let's save. I do wonder how this class trial is going to feel, because this is the first one without Miu, and she's a big personality. I wouldn't say she was, like, a likable personality in the class trials. In fact, most of the time she spoke, it was sort of, on a tangent. Still. Who did I finished Kokichi's line, so I have his move. What was his move? It was, like, Happy Lie or something, right? Kind Lie. Influence drains slower while using a lie bullet. I'll put it in. Are there any more that I want? Delusion. Slowly recovers the influence gauge. Focus gauge, don't care. Decreases the delay after using truth bullets or truth blades. I'll take it. I quite like that sort of skill. There we go. Alright, I think I'm ready to go. Start the class trial. Let's do this.
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation.
He's very tired.
Screw it. This is tiresome.
Yeah, we know what we're doing.
You need more motivation.
I do. I really, really do. Now then, let's start this class trial.
Jesus Christ, what happened to you, Monokuma? What sort of depression did you go through? Jesus.
Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left. What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
That's interesting.
Huh? You mean like a tie? It means they're both the blackened, as long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
So you could take out 2 people in one go.
Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that so casually?
Well, he just did.
Yeah,
Hey Stu, welcome.
fine. Whatever.
Let's keep moving.
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
Lovely.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth.
I'm glad that everyone's feeling motivated for this one.
Got it? We can't die here!
Exactly, Himiko.
Oh my! Himiko has become so determined! It's true! People really do change!
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
You are so depressing, Monokuma.
That's none of your business!
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify...
Kaito's the culprit!
Oh, thank you for pointing that one out.
What? Say that to my face!
Well, that basically confirms Kaito is definitely not the culprit.
While we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
No, we know that Miu died inside the virtual world because there were no external wounds and she wasn't poisoned.
Don't screw around! There's no way I'm the culprit!
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Miu.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know.
Yeah, but like I can say that because we have proof.
We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede.
Shuichi's like, I'ma punch you. The fact that Kaito was the only one logged out is suspicious, but he's not the culprit. He can't be. Let's go. Alright, let me take a little look around.
Kaito logged out first, by himself.
Kaito's account logged out once. While he was looking around for the secret, he was logged out against his will. He went back to sleep.
You was still logged in, though.
Let's just wait and see what
That's when you
comes
poisoned her,
up.
right, Kaito?
He couldn't have poisoned her, no.
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Or he could have.
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
That's
The
true.
culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
Alright, so evidently it's something to do with the poison bottle. Miu was grasping her neck with both hands. She died with her hands open, right. Oh no, it's not the corpse. It's the poison. The fact that the poison couldn't have been the one that killed her.
Kaito
It could be the
logged out
corpse.
first, by himself.
It's... What does the small bottle of poison say? Mixed poison... God damn it. Is neutralized. It causes victims' eyes to be
You was
bloodshot.
still logged in, though.
That's it. Nope.
That's wrong!
Sorry, Kokichi. He told me himself about the poison. He knew that.
Miu wasn't killed by poison, and the warning on the label proves it. Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging.
And that didn't happen with Miu.
In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Oh, but Miu's body.
It wasn't
That's
bloodshot.
right.
It was normal.
Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
Ba-bam.
Then what was that poison for?
Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Miu died by poison.
The question is, who had the poison? Was it
Then
Miu herself,
what
maybe?
was her real cause of death?
Because I can imagine the poison bottle wasn't there when we came into the simulation, but it was there when we came out. The last person to come into the simulation was Miu, so she could have planted it in an attempt to, you know, hide the cause of death. Miu's real cause of death, the only one I can think of is strangling. I don't really know what to say. She died inside the virtual world. What do I say? Do I need to say her avatar? I'm not really sure what it wants me to say. What was Miu's cause of death? Doesn't say it there. Oh right, it's the corpse. No, it's not the corpse.
Oh,
Anything
no.
else that could be a murder weapon? The hammer? It couldn't be the poison, because the point is that we've just figured out that it isn't the poison. Would it be the hammer that was next? No, because that was... Maybe the killing game simulator itself?
This is it!
Okay, that's it. So it's just saying, oh yeah, she died inside the virtual
Miu's
world.
cause of death was the killing game simulator itself. In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock.
Yeah, but that's not the cause of death. That's what happens when you die in the virtual world. You die in real life. Sure, you could say it's the cause of death, but really the cause of death is what killed her in said virtual world. Don't confuse me, game.
That was made clear in the program's text file.
Don't confuse us. Should have used
Miu
different
received
terminology.
fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
She was really into Sword Art Online.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Gonta has question. Where is this virtual world place?
Oh god.
What floor is it on?
Oh, this is really cringe, because if Gonta's the one who has the freaking avatar error, then he doesn't remember it.
Then don't say anything.
If Mew was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
Well, we know she was, pretty much it looks like she was
The cause of
strangled.
death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
Oh, it seems like Gonta is confused. So why don't we review things a bit? So we split into 2 groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Samugi, Gonta, and
Hey,
that
Lolzy.
NPC Kaito.
Ooh.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
Oh, what sick burns.
And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Mew.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we all kind of established that we think that Mew had her own plan going
How
on.
could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation? That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
Alright.
Aww, little Himiko is all grown up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though.
How insulting.
That was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
NPC stands for non-playable character.
Let's begin then.
The fatal damage that Mew received in the virtual world. Let's pin that down. Alright.
In the virtual world, Miu was fatally injured.
Yeah, she was fatally injured.
Let's focus our efforts on that first.
It would be the corpse. It would have to be the
Whoever
corpse.
did that to Mew was dropped right next to her avatar.
No, that's not
It
true.
has to be the hammer.
I don't agree with
We're
that.
going to beat her with his bare hands.
I don't agree with that.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is...
I agree.
I agree.
She was definitely strangled. She had tears running down her face. She was clutching at her neck. That's like sort of strangulation things.
Mew's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses.
So if someone strangled her in there, she would have
If
strangled
her body
outside.
experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Mew was strangled to death.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no mistaking it.
Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she's suffocated.
And we know that poison wasn't used.
But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation. Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth.
It's such a horrible thing to look at. Oh my god.
But Mew was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Oh, the Assassin Master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
Ooh, don't want to piss her off.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world?
Theoretically, yes. The only thing that I can think of that we found in the investigation that could cause strangulation is the toilet paper. It's the only thing that you could probably wrap around and strangle someone with, and because it doesn't break because of how objects work in the virtual world, you could just use that.
If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
How lovely.
But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
I remember the toilet paper.
Then they must have used something else as a rope.
Something for a rope. I have an idea of what that might be. The toilet paper? The toilet paper. It's gotta be the toilet paper.
This is it!
Yep. Because objects don't break in the virtual world.
During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion.
Is this toilet paper? What would toilet paper be doing here? Yeah.
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
Gonta, no can ignore that!
Hi, Gonta. How you doing, sir?
What you mean, Shuichi?
What's wrong? What?
Huh?
Gonta.
What's wrong?
What wrong? Shuichi goofing off!
What?
Not gentlemanly at all!
Oh, Gonta, what is wrong with you, my child? Do I need to put you in your place? I think I do.
There's no time for nonsense!
Let me take a look. It's this one, right? Avatars cannot be broken. Besides that, things are the same. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to quickly go sort some stuff out. Yeah, objects can't break. It's Killing Game Simulator.
You know can use toilet paper in place of rope!
Yes, we can.
Would tear too easy!
No, it wouldn't. Oh, crap. No, I wanted to cut that.
Even Gonta know that. And Gonta not smart!
I need to fail this one. That's the thing I need to cut. There's something off about Gonta's statement. I should be careful.
There's no time for nonsense! You know can use
Come
toilet
on.
paper in place of rope! Would tear too...
Sorry, Gonta.
I'll cut through your words. The toilet paper wouldn't tear, because in the virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
Unbreakable?
Yeah.
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
God damn.
If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear.
Which means it can be used as an effective rope to strangle.
And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope.
Gonta not really understand, but... Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
Yeah, you called me ungentlemanly again and I'll sentence you to death.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
I still think it's Gonta. Because it's like
Filled by
confirming my
toilet
theory
paper.
right now.
It was a fitting end.
Like, he can't remember anything about the virtual world. That's pretty clear. The others think he's just dazed or something, but it's pretty fucking clear. He doesn't know what's going on. Like, he was asking, like, what floor the virtual world was on. Gonta's not that stupid. Oh, God. I really don't want my theory from last episode to be true. I really don't.
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
I don't want Gonta to die.
Maybe the
So
culprit
nice.
tried to get rid of it, to destroy the evidence.
If the culprit meant to get rid of the evidence, they did a poor job of it. There was a much better place where they could have destroyed it.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
I'm pretty sure Mew was planning something
Perhaps
on
the
her own.
culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
Mew did.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
Mew. You already know who brought the hammer. The person who brought the hammer was Mew.
That's it!
She's the one who left it in the game after unprogramming everything else out.
Mew was the one who brought the hammer.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
I rewrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that be used as weapons. Yeah.
Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
Except the hammer.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
On purpose?
But why she do that?
You brought the hammer for sure, but what did she need it for? She was gonna plan her own fucking crime. It's pretty clear. I mean, she did that. Kokichi's avatar had a state where if Mew touched him, he would have froze.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Kill Kokichi.
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
No.
Uses for a hammer.
Mew and Kokichi's
Gonta
meeting.
know Mew gonna build stuff with hammer.
That's cute.
Probably just brought it for self-defense.
Nope.
Or she secretly met up with someone.
That's it.
I agree!
Kokichi basically gave us that. He's like, yeah, she met up with me. Secretly met up with me so she could kill me.
Mew was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
Bum bum bum.
Is that true?
I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world.
Oh.
I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Mew called Kokichi out?
Mm-hmm.
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
Clearly. Kokichi's already figured it out. She was planning to kill Kokichi.
That's it.
She was planning her own
She
murder.
was trying to kill Kokichi.
She was what?
She's no victim. She is a murderer in herself.
She plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer. If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Mew's plan, okay?
Mew's plan, huh? I'm sure if I analyze the clues we've found, I can figure something out. Alright, let's do it. Oh, we're going into psyche taxi already. Nice. Let's go. See if we can get 2 in a row. Ba-bam. One of those words is definitely Kokichi. Who tried to kill Kokichi? Is that the question we've got? Yeah, who tried to kill Kokichi? Oh, those are cars. God damn. It's so early into the trial and we already know that, like, Mew was effectively trying to commit her own murder. Mew or Rumor? Oh no, it was Kibo, obviously. Nah, it's Mew. Mew was definitely trying to kill Kokichi. Boop, boop. Can't tell what this question's gonna be. Where was Mew trying to kill Kokichi? That would be the rooftop. That's what they went to meet. On the rooftop. The rooftop of the mansion. The mansion's rooftop. Oh, the virtual world. I thought it was the rooftop. Well, I guess we've got to be more specific. Next question. Final question, too. Oh, that's the first time I think I've crashed into the wall during this Let's Play. God damn it. Why was the bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat? Because Mew planted it there, clearly. Mew fucking planted it. To divert attention. You planted it. It connects, indeed.
She wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world.
She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
But really, the murder happened in the virtual world.
She did that too?
What? Mew was the one who put that poison bottle there?
But at the same time, we would have figured out her plan pretty quickly if she'd done that because his eyes weren't bloodshot.
No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that.
No, no. Kaito, she definitely did it. She was the last person to log in. She had the time. Log in, log out record. That's what we're gonna need.
When could Mew have put the poison there?
If she did place the poison without us noticing,
Last
then
person
she
to
must
log
have
in.
logged out at some point.
Nope, incorrect.
And then what? She logged back in?
Nope.
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
I think I need to refute Kibo's statement
If she
there.
hadn't logged in or out, then Mew couldn't have placed the poison.
I could do that. That works.
That's wrong!
Sorry, Kaito, but you're wrong.
It was Mew who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair. She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
2 minutes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2 minutes.
This? A record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
That's right. It says that Mew was the last of us to log in.
Yeah, what about it?
If she logged in last,
Then she'd be the only person, like, aware of what she could do, and she could just put the poison down while everyone else was inside.
she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
That right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
This was all part of Mew's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
Well, that's not my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
With the cell phone.
So
see
she
you,
did
Demo.
that to me?
Yes, I'm positive of that.
Yep, Mew is not an innocent.
Mew used a method
Not in a
only
way.
she could use to log
Not in
Kaito
any
out
way.
manually.
How did Mew log Kaito out? With a cell phone? Where is it?
This is it!
It was the cell phone found by Mew's avatar. That cell phone worked the same way as the phone in the salon. It logs users in and out.
And it doesn't matter regardless of who says the name. As long as you say the name into the phone, it logs them out.
I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
Kaito Momota. Whoosh.
I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time.
But Mew never mentioned a cell phone, right?
She kept it hidden, because of her master plan.
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder.
So, she really was planning a murder.
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
For fun.
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull.
Oh.
People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion.
That's true. Kokichi would be very good at Survivor, I imagine.
Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting. Don't you agree, Monokuma? Do I? I don't know about that.
What's wrong with you?
Huh? Oh, wait.
Why has he got
What were we
no
talking about?
motivation? What's going on?
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
What is this subplot leading to?
Yeah! If Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
No, she's dead.
Huh?
Mommy?
Yeah, dead.
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
Bless.
Wrong, Monotaro! Pull yourself together!
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
I kind of agree. Even if Kokichi died, he'd be a lot more interesting than Mew. I'm glad he's alive.
What you mean?
Cause she wouldn't have said anything about what really
Yeah.
happened in the virtual world.
Mew wouldn't have said anything.
You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know?
Honestly, I don't think so. I think we would have had an easier time. I think it would have been easier to pinpoint it as her.
She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted.
Because the problem with Mew is that she's not a very good liar. Not in the slightest. Will the stream last for the end of the trial? Probably until the
And
intermission.
you never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
Then the reason Mew was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
So that she could plan her murder attempt. You guys are only bitching because you haven't been to the virtual world yet. Once you go, you'll understand. Seriously, it's so fucking awesome. I know you guys will love it. And then you're gonna fall in love with me for showing it to you guys. So let's just dive right in, okay? We'll do it together. God damn, do we need to see the entire backstory
She
there?
was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend. See? That's an ideal fun situation! Now we can start a real class trial!
Hey, Kokichi sorta sound like Monokuma.
Well, that's because Kokichi is trying to sound like Monokuma, clearly, because Monokuma's got no motivation.
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
No, you're just like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think.
What is this conversation? Kaito's calling Kokichi out.
That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward! Aren't you gonna do something?
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right?
Oh my god.
There, I did it.
He's completely lost his drive! Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame!
My head!
This is insane.
Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
That voice clip, like 2 voice clips ago was very loud all of a sudden. Completely different quality to the rest of it.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
Ooh.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue.
Yeah, we have someone to find.
If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die. You know that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Huh? My story?
You were meeting with Miu, but she ended up as the victim.
That would make him the prime
so it's only
killer.
natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
But it couldn't be him because he couldn't touch Miu without being paralyzed.
Here's my answer. I never met up with Miu.
I don't believe that.
You didn't?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
But isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either. Also, I never went to the roof. Not even for the meeting.
I remember. You and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked?
Yeah, that's a good thing to know.
When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locked the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
Ooh.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I didn't realize
Kokichi.
that.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
He's trying to make us suspect him, clearly.
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Miu's death.
Truth?
There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death.
How? Why? When?
We need to make sense of those
Pretty much everything.
Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game. Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Miu who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Miu sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
Yeah, but she was a non-object, so she could pass through the wall through the scrolling world. Assuming the world scrolls, we still don't know that for a fact, but it's implied heavily. With the signboard going from one side to the other.
Then Miu might not have even gone to the roof.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
It's true. First we need to determine if Miu was actually there or not. Did she go, or was she never on the roof at all? Let's go.
Miu was waiting for me to arrive.
It would have to be
Sure,
Samugi's
she was
account.
waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Miu should have been at the chapel. If you look at where her avatar fell, It's right next to the chapel.
Now I can agree. I
How
think I
would
need
she
to
have gotten
refute
to the
Himiko's
mansion?
first one, though.
There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
Wait, no.
So, her meeting with Kokichi... She stood me up?
It would have to be Samugi's account on
was waiting for
Himiko's
me.
first thing.
I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion. No.
Nope. Sorry, Himiko.
That's wrong!
I don't think you're right, Himiko. The game supports
You
my
must have gone
theory.
to the mansion. We have a witness.
Yeah. When I was searching the dining room, I saw Mew pass by the window.
Mm-hmm.
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Sorry. I thought I was just mistaken at first.
Yeah, she took a whole 10 minutes to come tell me.
Since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mew.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
It must have been some special method only Mew knew.
Yeah.
Like with that cell phone.
I agree with that.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge.
She set her avatar settings to non-object, went through the wall that she'd created herself that only non-objects could go through, went through the scrolling world, went to the mansion, bada bing,
If a murder
bada
occurred
boom.
when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated. She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene, just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
Yeah,
So, what secret method did she use?
the
It
walls.
won't be that easy to figure out. It's called a
the
secret
walls.
method for a...
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-okay.
He's now being all like, yeah, everyone should just listen to Shuichi, because that helps you guys so much. You should just rely on Shuichi, because that won't go wrong at any point during this trial, I'm sure. It's setting up for something to happen. What?
What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time.
But that's all you do, Kaito.
This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
To be fair, it's true.
Shut up!
I don't have time to deal with Kokichi. Right now I need to focus on the case. I'm positive that Mew used some kind of special method to get to the mansion. Okay, I just have to figure out what it was. Let's go. It's gotta be the wall. Wall added by Mew.
A way across that only Mew knew about.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard maybe.
Or, instead of bridge,
Huh?
Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over.
No, there were no
Or
mounts.
maybe she teleported with magic. Or she used a warp zone.
There weren't any in the...
Maybe there's a place you
Thing.
can cross without a bridge.
Aha!
A hidden route that only Mew...
I agree.
I agree.
Look at that, Kibo. Is that like the first time we've agreed with each other? God damn.
That's it, Kibo. There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
Was there really?
Why do they always act surprised when I point out, like, yeah, your idea is true? Why are they always like, oh, really? I'm so shocked. Like, you suggested it, come on.
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found two such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion
They're the same wall.
or the wall near the chapel.
They're the same
We
wall.
do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass
Don't be
through.
naive, Shuichi.
God damn it, Kaito. Wasn't expecting that one.
What is it, Kaito?
Oh,
Jeez, Mew set up a weird wall like that?
yeah, she did.
That is suspicious. But it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Nothing to do with it.
Huh. You don't even realize your mistake? You losing your edge?
Did you ever have an edge to begin with, Kaito?
Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
And I'll make it right by righting your wrong. Map of the mansion, map of the world, Mew's avatar, lattice near the chapel, wall added by
What
Mew's
we gotta
settings of
figure
Kichi's
out.
amateur. Map of the world.
Is how Mew got from the chapel to... So why waste time talking about... It's pointless. We gotta take a whole new approach here.
No, we don't. There we go. Success. Advance.
No, wait just a second. It's not actually impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an
Wait, she is. Boom.
I'll cut through your words.
Mew is an object. She was an object the whole time. She was never real.
The wall wasn't the only thing that Mew changed. She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Yeah, she's an object.
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Yes.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says.
I agree.
I already told you. The more you try, the more you cause us trouble. It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
God damn it, Kokichi, you do not need to antagonize him. Your points are correct, but you don't need to make it antagonistic.
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all.
You're completely bothered.
It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
You're bothered. I can tell you're
Okay.
bothered.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
He's like, I'm not bothered. I'm bothered.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through,
Then her secret route was through that wall?
And it linked to the other wall, because it's the
that's
same
it,
wall.
right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map.
Yeah.
I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage?
The hidden passage was the wall.
Because Mew said...
Yeah, that's the problem though, Kaito. Mew said. Mew said. Not anyone else. Mew said it.
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
Mew lied.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
I mean, there's an easy way to find out now. We just gotta
That
solve it.
cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall. She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you no have to go that far.
Stop it! Don't badmouth Mommy!
Ooh.
Monotaro?
He remembers.
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore. But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
Are we gonna be fighting him now?
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oh, if you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
Thank you very much, Monotaro.
Oh, shoot!
Thank you.
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
Well, Kokichi's saying all that stuff about Mew to get the Cubs to reveal something. I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes.
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program?
Who knows?
If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
No. It scrolls.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless.
If it's not a secret
would've had a
passage, then it
plan.
has to just be a scrolling wall.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Mystery of virtual world?
Yes, Gonta.
There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Here we go.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Oh, bless you, Gonta.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
The loading screen? The events that led us there? Or is it the bang? The bang, the loud noise?
This is it!
You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
I suspect it was someone pushing Mew's body off of the roof with the lattice. And then she hit the chapel. What was that sound? It sounded as if something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but yeah. Like...
Hmm? You all heard that sound too?
Yeah, we did.
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
And how did it go through the loading screen? It's because it's a scrolling world.
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point. Did that sound really come from the chapel?
Yeah.
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Kibo, we could hear him from the mansion.
You heard my voice too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Even Maki seems a little unnerved. She's got a little bit of a sweat drop on her eye there.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. Pretending not to know?
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Sorry, going to not mean it like that.
Oh, stop manipulating
There's
the
no
poor
need to
boy.
apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
Something that shouldn't be possible, like Mew in the mansion or that loud noise. I need to remember everything else that happened in there. I don't know. The lattice? What are we oh, the signboard. The signboard on the rocks, of course. Gotcha.
I see it.
The signboard went from one side to the other. That's the proof that it's a scrolling world.
The sign that we were using as a bridge was odd to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river.
Whoops, my hand slipped. Like, whoops.
We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
Or more appropriately, unnatural about the location it was in. Finding the sign was definitely weird. I'm most confused by how the sign got there. I should remember exactly what happened with that sign. Alright, here we go. God, we're doing this again? God damn. Okay. Alright, Psych Taxi, round 2. The Dark Souls of minigames right here, ladies and gentlemen. We got this. What? Oh, it's because I finished it. I thought I'd missed them. I was going to get very annoyed there. At which point was the signboard swept away? To the right? When you knocked it down? What are my answers? At what point? It was the river. It went the river, it went to the chapel, it ended up at the mansion. I was a bit confused there for a second. It would have gone in the direction of the chapel though, we know that. Because the river flowed to the right. We got this. Where is the end of the river? The chapel. Where did the signpost flow through? The chapel. Where did the signpost end up? The mansion. What's the answer? Scrolling world. Next question. Interesting. Oh, there's 2 of them. I thought there was only 1. Let me guess, the next one is, where was the signboard after? Oh god, this is a pretty crazy pattern, oh my god. Where was the signboard found after it was swept away? Mansion side. It was at the mansion. There's a fourth phase, so what's the fourth question gonna be? Mansion side. What's this last bit gonna be? Sorry, music's just very catchy. Oh, got it. Compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard float? It would have gone left. From what we could gather, it went against the current. Right? Yeah. But it didn't go against the current. It switched. Nintendo switched its way for a scrolling world to the other side.
It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current. We all saw Mew drop the sign and watched the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct?
Like so.
It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped it, but that's not where we found
Yeah,
it.
it's a scrolling world, Shuichi.
We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river, then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Nope, that's incorrect.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic.
It's just... I don't think it is. No, it's got something to do with it, because it explains
so
how
close
it
to the
works.
truth. We just have to connect the how and what. All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
Connect how?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard.
It's a scrolling
A
world.
signboard going against the river current.
I don't know. But Shuichi should know, right?
Well, I guess I do.
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't.
Oh no, do we not know?
The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
So, how are they connected? Do you know, Shuichi?
You're all putting a lot of pressure onto me.
Well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
If the wall is something objects can only go through, then the sign can go through it. What's the question? What clues are related to the unnatural way the signboard was carried along the river? Where's the wall? Wall added by Mew. Only objects can go through it.
It might have to do with a wall that only objects can pass through. The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through...
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through. That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
And end up
Even
right
if it
at the
could
other
pass through
side.
the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
Scrolling world.
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
Warp zones and mounts weren't allowed in the game. It's a scrolling world. How could the signboard pass through the wall but end up on the mansion side? What would explain that?
Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
Oh Christ. What?
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
He knows.
Huh? The hell
I
does
feel like
that even
Kokichi
mean?
knows everything about this case right now. Kokichi might be onto something there. We need to forget about what we know and just think about it. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Putting common sense aside and focusing on the flow of the river, downstream and upstream connect.
That's it! What if both ends of the river were connected?
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel.
It goes through and then it goes back around.
It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
It ain't the real world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Right. Even if the river's connected, and it goes through the chapel wall,
They're the same wall.
it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
Wait, in that case...
I got it! I know why Mew only set up one wall.
What are you talking about now?
The reason why she set up only one wall is because the chapel and the mansion walls, they're the same wall.
That's it! The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall.
The same wall?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just the river.
It's an auto-scroll.
The walls themselves are connected. Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world.
There we go.
The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect.
Mm-hmm.
See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us...
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch!
He wants us to just reveal it's
If
a
both the
auto
river
world.
and wall are connected, then you can find the secret.
It's a scrolling world. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
You already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
The secret, huh? Yes, I suppose we should clear that up. We need to solve the mystery of the virtual world. Hangman's Gambit? Yeah. I could tell by his pose. Alright, something scroll. What is a unique feature of the virtual world? It's an auto scroll, but what would it be called? It would be... Let's try M. Oh, that's a W. Okay, world scrolls then. World. Oh, but what would the second one be? Maybe a D? Nope, not D. World loops. Loops. It's loops. Bam. Bam. Got it.
Yes, that's it. The virtual world is a loop.
Loop?
Mm-hmm.
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example, when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
So you can never escape.
The virtual world loops?
And Mew set up a wall between the loop at just the right point so that she could get through and trap everyone else.
What in the world?
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream.
Yeah, we've seen this animation so many goddamn times. Jesus Christ. Oh.
And floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks.
Having a bit of bitrate issues here. What the hell?
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
The world before Mew added the wall. It's what I explained ages ago. Where the little squiggly line is, just remove that piece of paper from the right and put it on the very left of the map.
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
No.
A looping world. That's more extraordinary than even magic.
Yeah, or we're exposing Mew's death.
But at least it's not a boring
More
answer.
to the fact that she was trying to commit a murder of her
all the
own.
things that happened.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it?
Yes, it does.
Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
Well, the wall wasn't set up to take away the loop.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the map loading point.
Yeah, but the map loading point isn't the wall. The wall is its own thing.
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
Where the loop starts.
I think it starts at the
Doesn't it
squiggle.
loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
No. It loops at
Not
the map loading
necessarily.
point.
If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop
Starts here.
there!
At the map loading point.
The map loading point was where the virtual world looped. We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map.
That's what I've been saying the whole goddamn
But the loading
time.
point was actually at the edges.
So the wall Mew created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather... her wall was at the center of the world.
Mm-hmm.
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them. And any sounds emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's how the virtual world works.
It all connects.
Impressive, Shuichi!
You are very happy that we discovered this, even though you clearly knew about it.
For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
For you to get this far, what are you, some villain pulling the strings?
I would not put him off of that idea. I think that is very close to the truth if our theories are correct.
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember?
No, you pulled the strings, you manipulated it.
Mew also
Clearly.
set this trap. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center.
But Kokichi had his suspicions of Mew for the entire time. I remember he asked her, hey, did you make this map and all that sort of stuff, you know?
Which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
Shing!
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
But what now?
Yeah. If Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery.
No, Kokichi knew.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Stop with the praise. There's something wrong here. There's something very wrong here.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
They're becoming very reliant.
You're welcome.
Kaito knows it.
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
He's not wrong.
Kichi talking like Monokuma again.
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
Hey, X-Knight, but would have anyone trusted Kokichi anyway? Weirdly enough, I think Kokichi's the only person you can trust in this game at this point. Everyone else, you can trust them, but they're not really that smart. Kokichi, if you know how to interpret his lies, you could probably trust him. What is Kokichi's plan here? He's definitely prodding at Kaito on purpose. Now, there's no time for distractions like him. Shuichi's not a distraction. Stop it. He clearly knows more about this than everyone else. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Mew. It doesn't matter how many little mysteries we solve. If we can't find the culprit, it would be all for nothing. But I still don't know for sure who it could be. Who used Mew's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Mew? We're going into intermission, aren't we?